you want more?
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
Thank you for your time. So you guys are on tour right now.
We are. Actually, this is my dream tour, to be honest.
Well, Morbid Angel, right?
Sorry, I am at a... Yes, we're
Yeah.
touring with... It's such a great package. It's Morbid Angel and Skeletal Remains and Revocation. I mean...
Oh, Revocation's on there too. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So it to me, it's a dream tour because Morbid Angel was the first death metal band I ever... it was the band that made me get into death metal. I even remember like the first song I heard for them. So, and I always dreamt of touring with them. But before I was playing a thrash metal band, so the odds were not that high. But as soon as I got Crypta going on, I was like, yeah, this tour has to happen. And then we were invited by Trey himself. So this is more than a dream. It's just
so how was David Vincent then a huge influence then overall as far as performer and lyricist and stuff?
I think my influences come from more. I mean, I love David Vincent. I love everything he wrote for Morbid Angel, and I love him on stage, and his vocals are fucking awesome. But I think in death metal, my influences lay somewhere else. Chuck Schuldiner is definitely my main influence on vocals, and also lyrics wise. Like he has those more philosophical kind of lyrics sometimes, and I really like that. And of course, John Tardy from Obituary. They are my two main influences. But Morbid Angel, as a whole, they influence me in other ways. Like mainly when I'm writing riffs and stuff like that, I've been highly influenced by them when writing Echoes of the Soul, our first album, and also on the new album now that is being cooked. There's lots of Morbid Angel influences in there too, mainly for me.
Yeah. So being that this is the dream tour, I mean, how many configurations of the set list did you put together before you guys settled on the one that was going to be the one you went with?
I suggested actually what I always suggest actually before we go on tour is adjusting our set list to adjusting the set list to the tour package, there were shows we were playing where there were like more melodic death metal bands, so we included our more melodic song, our most melodic songs. So for this one I chose to the girls, it's a brutal package, like lots of like hardcore old school death metal band fans are gonna be there. So we stick to the heaviest one, more aggressive ones, faster ones, like more like raw death metal ones, like Death Arcana, Possessed, Starvation. So and it's a short set, so
sure.
It was hard.
It goes by pretty quick. So you guys get what, like 30 minutes or something?
Yeah, every night we've been getting 30 minutes. When we are talking about shows from this tour, from this package, it's 30 minutes every night. But we also have, like, on the days that we were supposed to have days off on this tour, we have a couple of shows here and there with Skeletal Remains and everything, and they're longer. They're nearly full set. But tonight in Denver, something very unfortunate happened because our friends in Revocation couldn't be here. They had some problem with their band, and they asked us to play. I mean the production, the promoters. They asked us to play a little longer. So Denver was the lucky place to actually watch us play a slightly longer set. But usually every night, most of the night, it's going to be 30 minutes, which is rough. By the time I get warmed up, we need to end. It's so sad.
You know, you guys are, or you will always have a link to Nervosa for good or bad. I mean, what's your take on that? I mean, is it something that you're okay with, or is it something you want to just maybe bury and put away in the past?
Oh, I'm definitely okay with that. Look, I have the tattoo here.
Yeah, yeah, right, right.
Nervosa, Nervosa is and always will be my baby too. You know, I was
Hmm.
there since the very beginning of the band. Like I remember answering the first emails from Napalm Records and
Hmm.
answering for emails for the first shows. You know, so I was there from the beginning. I have a huge chunk of uh, a huge percentage of like work I've put through to help the band get where is it now, and I'm so proud of everything I've done there. I've been there
Right.
for nearly a decade, and
Yeah.
I've accomplished so many things. Nervosa took me helped me accomplish so many dreams, so to
Hmm.
me it's always going to be a special band. I love the band. I love all the three records and EP
Hmm.
I've done there. So
Right.
it's definitely a part of my history. Crypta wouldn't be Crypta if Nervosa wasn't there. So I'm
Right.
totally.
Cool. And it's interesting because that band's kind of become kind of a launching board for other musicians. So it's almost kind of like
Mhm.
that's kind of spread out into a bunch of other bands. And I mean it's good for the fans. I mean they can follow more musicians. Yeah.
Exactly. And another good point that I think, and I always say that on interviews, is that first it was three of us there in
Right.
Nervosa.
Hmm.
Now it's four of us in Crypta, four of them in Nervosa, and like there's lots of members that
Right.
were in and out in both bands, and in the end, it's all girls living their dreams. Just
Right. So
thank you.
so it's like a
Absolutely.
Anything else?
Um, no, that's it for now. Thank you. Sorry,
no
I
problem.
had to come to the restaurant
Oh
because
yeah, yeah,
otherwise it
yeah.
was gonna
No
close.
problem. No problem. So it's like a friendly kind of competition, or not even competition. It's just like a friendly kind of thing.
Yeah, because to me, like the most important in the end is that lots of girls are having the chance to live their dream. Like so to me, that's what's important. And I don't see it, although lots of people try to put it that
Right.
way, but I
Right.
don't
Right.
see it as a competition because first of all, it's two different genres. Like of
Sure.
course they both lie on the extreme metal side,
Hmm.
but still like thrash metal and death metal, they're two completely
Sure.
different worlds. Um, we have different, like objectives, and we aim for different stuff. So I don't see as a competition for that, and
Hmm.
also because there's room for everyone.
Sure.
Like the
And
more
then,
girls playing, to
right.
me, the best.
That is pretty cool because even like Sonia, she went and did something more melodic, right? It's more like
Hmm.
geared towards like 80s, almost glam,
Hard rock,
hard
yeah.
rock, right? And then she did the power metal with Burning Witches. I mean, it's just kind of like it's branched off into so many cool little things, I think. Um,
Exactly, and I love that
yeah.
because it's more bands out there.
Can you imagine you guys all doing like a package tour with all those bands together,
Mm,
right? I mean, that would be a trip. It'd be a little
that
bit
would
of
be crazy.
everything for everybody, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you could do a festival,
Sure. Right. A
right?
traveling
With
festival of some sort. Yeah.
yeah,
Nice.
we've
So,
played with. Oh, I'm sorry.
oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that we've played with Nervosa in Brazil.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Thank you. So we've played with Nervosa a while back in November
Right.
in Brazil. It was our first and only show together. I mean, on the same lineup, same
Mm-hmm.
night. Like they played
Right.
right after, and it was super cool. Like we were
Mm-hmm.
there, we hugged each other, we validated each other's
Sure.
work, and I'm not sure like if a package is gonna happen, if
Right.
it's ever gonna happen. Although we've been offered,
Right.
um, but like timing was just
Sure.
different. But definitely we're gonna be playing more and more together all over the
Okay.
festivals
Sure.
and all over the world, and we're completely fine with that.
Nice.
Completely fine. I would even join them on stage singing one of the songs I
Okay.
wrote. Definitely
Yeah.
do that.
Nice. I know there's like you mentioned, there's a new album brewing, cooking, I think is the way you termed it. I mean, what's the timetable on that and the direction? Is it going to be more along the lines of the previous record or even more brutal? I don't know.
I can say like proper dates because like
Sure.
label wants to keep it secretive, so I
Okay.
completely understand and I like
Right.
this mystery too. But all I can say we've just finished mixing it. It's gonna go to master this week, like within the next couple of days. We really like how it ended out, and I mean, it's still crypto, but I think it's different. It's
Okay.
more, I can say it's more brutal. I don't think it's more brutal, but it's more atmospheric.
Okay.
That's what I would say. Still
Sure.
death metal, still crypta, but there's more atmosphere here in there.
Are you doing
And
like
I love it.
longer songs or about the same, you think?
I think overall they're longer.
Okay. Nice.
We
Okay.
always try to keep, like one or other short for singles, but
Sure.
there are so many ideas boiling in
Right.
our
Yeah, I
minds all
get
the
you.
time
Yeah.
that we just can't make it like small.
Sure.
I think the longest song we have is in this album.
Okay. Nice. So I just got a
Yeah.
couple more things and then I'll cut you loose. Thank you for your time, especially since you guys just performed.
No, it's
But
fine.
what do you
I'm eating here, but I'm good. You
yeah,
ask whatever you want.
what's your thoughts on kind of you being like an inspiration for other, young ladies, young girls, getting into this heavier music and stuff? I mean, I'm sure you get approached by them at the shows, either, here or abroad, right? As far as folks saying, "Hey, thank you for what you do, and it's influenced me to maybe pick up a bass guitar or a guitar."
Definitely. I took a while. I'm a very modest, humble person,
Right.
and it took me a while to understand that yes, I do have my share on influencing other girls because of the fact that after every show, a couple of girls were there saying, "Hey, oh my God, it's inspiring to see you there. I came back playing guitar because of you girls," or So we get this so often that eventually I had to admit to myself that okay, it's fine
Right.
to admit that like
Sure.
in some way you're influencing other girls, and I really understand that because I'm a metalhead. I'm a fan too, and I know how it feels to be influenced by other women. Like I
Right.
know how it feels. That's to me, it's really like mission accomplished. To me,
Nice.
like if I can do my art, do what I love, which is writing music, playing music, visiting so many places, and getting to know different cultures, and still influence other girls. To me, that's more than I could wish for, to be honest. And
Right.
and that's just I, I I feel really nice about it, like just by thinking I know how hard it is to be a girl in a metal scene and everywhere in society. It's getting better and better, but still, like we face struggles that are very specific to our
Right.
genre, unfortunately. And I know how hard it is. So if by being there on stage, a girl can look and say, well, if she feels safe in this environment, I'll also feel safe. Or if a girl sees us on stage and thinks, well, if she is living her dream, I can do it too. To me, that's it. I'll be completely fulfilled.
Right. Have you ever been in a band with guys, males?
As interesting as it may sound, never. But it was
Okay.
not on purpose. I've had before Crypta and Nervosa, I was in a couple of bands, I think like 3 or 4. And like small bands, like just for fun. And since my first band, they were all girls playing.
Okay.
Because I had the mentality. Now I understand it better, like the representativeness and stuff like that. And now I have the consciousness about the whole thing. But back then, I was super young. I just felt like, okay, there's so many guys playing. I want to play with girls. I want to see more girls playing, and that's still my mindset till
Okay.
today. With Crypta was the same thing. With Nervosa was the same thing. I was always like, even on the toughest times when like a member would quit during the tour, I was like, no,
Right.
it has to be a girl because there are girls out there
Sure.
who can't do that and are just waiting for like an opportunity to showcase their talent to the
Right.
world. So I I've always been nothing against you guys. Please, I love you
Right.
all. But it's just like, yeah, it was just a natural mindset to me.
Okay.
Also, my dad is a metalhead, and he showed me, of course, since I was a kid, many bands, and he would always show me bands
Okay.
with women in that. So I thought it was
Oh,
so cool that I just wanted to do the same. I was always listening to
nice.
Warlock, Nightwish, Chastain with the amazing Leather Leone, and Ice Age, and Girl School, my main influence.
Oh,
So
right.
yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of great bands right there. So I know the record's eventually coming out, probably sometime this year, I would imagine. But at this point, I mean, I'm guessing you're going to be back in North America, right? Doing some more touring.
Definitely, firstly, because touring the US is magical. Like I
Mm,
have toured here before, like 7 years ago with Nervosa.
right.
And I was always telling my girls in Crypta, like, touring the US is so magical. You're going to love it. And they're having the taste already of touring here. And also, the fan base we have here is surprisingly
Right.
big,
Yeah.
at least from what we've been seeing on during the shows and like merch wise,
Hmm.
I mean merch sales, and and the fans are amazing. They're so cool to hang out with. So we just gotta come back soon. That's the first reason. Second reason, we paid a lot of money for work visa.
Oh, yeah, right. You gotta
And
you gotta get that money
yeah,
back, right?
yeah, and of course the tour is doing great, but we'll definitely manage to be back here soon to, like, it's a 1 year valid permit visa. We're
Hmm.
not gonna miss that
Right.
and,
Yeah,
take like
that'd be
over a
great.
year to come back. We'll definitely
Yeah,
be back, probably for a smaller headlining tour, but still like longer sets and stuff like
sure. I'd love to see that. Last question. So the last question I have for you
that.
is
Alrighty.
what is something that about you that we wouldn't know unless you disclosed it? So whether it's a hobby, whether it's whatever, some experience you had, I don't know.
There are so many me's inside of
Okay.
me.
Well, give us
I
two if you can.
Okay. First of all, I have a Beyonce tattoo.
No way.
I Yes, I
For
do. I have
real.
an
Oh,
Amy
wow.
Winehouse. Yeah, I have an Amy Winehouse tattoo and I have a Beyonce tattoo. They're two huge influences to
Hmm.
me, like outside metal,
Okay.
because they helped me so much with technique, like breathing techniques, by watching them, their videos and stuff. And they're amazing. Beyonce is one of a kind. So yeah, I needed to tattoo her, and I'm so happy. I'm gonna have the chance to actually watch her during in between tours there in Europe.
Oh.
I was able to buy tickets. I was like, yeah,
Oh,
first time ever.
nice.
Anyway, that's one side of me. Like I
Yeah.
like some pop and I like some other stuff. Second thing that some people know, people who follow me on my Instagram might have had a glance at that, is that I have a whole holistic
Mm.
Fernanda side.
Hmm.
So I'm a tarot reader. I'm into
Oh,
astrology.
okay.
I do aromatherapy and Reiki. I'm a
Okay.
Reiki master, and so there's this whole mystic side of me that most people don't know, and I'm not afraid to show. It's just, yeah.
Nice. So there's quite a bit of stuff there. Nice.
Yeah, I always say that I there's many shades of Fernanda, because
Yeah. Right.
yeah, I do that. If you follow me on social media, you will see that. You will see me talking about veganism, and I'm about to eat a beautiful vegan burger here.
Oh, there you go.
And I do yoga, and I post stuff about that. So yeah,
Right.
I just like to show different parts of myself for the people who follow me. So maybe they get inspired of sharing
Cool.
about themselves too and exploring other sides of themselves too.
Nice. Hey, thank you for your time. I'll let you enjoy the rest of your meal so I don't ruin that. But thank you for your time and really I look forward to hearing the new record and obviously seeing you guys doing that extended set.
Thank you so much. I mean, if you wanted to, we could stay here longer. I really don't mind. I love talking. I love interviews. I was actually really glad we were able to pull it out right after the
Yeah.
show.
No, it was
So
great. I mean, I know I kind of just real quick and then I'll cut you loose. But yeah, I had something come up where I had to kind of bail, and thankfully Natalie was able to put this back together, and I was like, how's this going to work? Because now they're touring. So I'm glad that we were able to connect. But seriously, I'll connect back with you when you guys get closer to putting out the record, or when you're on the
please,
road again in North America, and we'll talk again, I'm sure.
please, I'll be gladly joining.
All
Definitely.
right.
Thank you for such a nice
Fantastic.
interview.
Hey, thank you for your
Thank you
time.
for your time.
Yeah, we'll get everything online. We'll get the links and the social media, get you guys the clip link, and yeah,
Perfect.
have a safe travels for you guys.
Thank you. Thank you
Take
for your
care.
time. Thank you
Yep.
for the chance of
Yep.
talking about crypto here, and talk to you
Fantastic.
soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.